Metro! Shh.
Hell no! Trash ass nigga.
Let's project ahead towards still a different century, the year 2020. Pat O'Brien tells us what the NBA will be like.
We kind of wondered what the future holds for the game of basketball. And then we asked the computer to project what the game of basketball will look like in the year 2020.
Welcome to the NBA 2020.
Tobias's mom and dad are here.
Siento aquí tu presencia.
You know, we play a physical brand of basketball. We don't teach flopping. We don't teach head snap.
La noche de anoche.
This is getting out of hand, bro.
Because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Y nos ponemos a llorar.
Tatum with a tech? For bouncing the ball? You can't do that? You can't be frustrated with yourself and bounce the ball?
Not this year.
And very little standing.
It's rude to point.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Get that guy out of here. Piece of shit.
There's something
Chris Dunn.
Puts his hands on his hips and he's been tossed out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
65-game policy. Quote, I think it's a stupid rule.
Guys didn't face those rules before. There's no added bonus, no added incentive.
Ben Simmons, he's filed a grievance to challenge the nearly $20 million of salary withheld from him.
I don't know if I can do this. Like, I might have to stop playing. Like, I had to bring that up in college.
My pussy hurt.
I want to see me get my joy back from playing
Pelicans
basketball.
suspended Zion Williamson for 1 game for a violation of team policy.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a game like this.
NBA Finals numbers down massively.
There's a lot of people out there that have been turned off by the NBA product.
I have felt this way for a while, and I don't think I'm alone, that the NBA is out of balance.
Fucking thing sucks!
Ranting about the NBA with a mala playing in the background. Now, where should I start?
Catfish, yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread.
I love the sport. I used to love the league, but I don't love what it's become. Nuclear BALLout is all that remains of an organization that used to pride itself on being the crown jewel of the sports world. Buffoonery, tomfoolery, and clownery are all that remain, including but not limited to ringless activity, as forewarned and prophesied in the holy bauble. Why don't I begin where I begun last time? The NBA All-Star Game. Because surely after over 2 years, things have to have improved.
Things are worse than ever.
Adam Silver had an epiphany. Since fans have long been complaining about how boring the All-Star Game has been and how nobody tries or gives a damn, he thought, why don't we just simply shorten the assault on the census that is the All-Star Game by filling it full of ads? 2 hours and 26 minutes to be exact, Avengers Infinity ads. Throw in some Kevin Hart making jokes every time the ball bounces. And we have ourselves a complete train wreck involving some cats. Behind me in the stands are a couple thousand people. I've trapped them in the building by blocking all the exits. The last person among them who hasn't died of boredom will win $100,000 to bet on FanDuel.
Made these changes because the NBA has essentially given up on the ability to have a competitive All-Star game, and so they're going to try to have an entertaining night.
Science rules.
Yes, we're doing all we can. Then I have to call you back. Mr. Silver, sir, there seems to be a sort of a hiccup like that, sir. Make the All-Star Game work. Sir, the technology actually doesn't exist, so... The technology? William, here is the technology. Sir? Bad bitches at courtside. Yes. Creating an encirclement around the ring. Sir, all holding bags of cash and NDAs. That way if they get knocked up, the player doesn't have to claim her, and she can simply eject the unborn bastard from the game. But sir... Including lucrative gambling partnerships. Double the money, half the integrity. Please, sir. All I'm asking you to do is simply make them care a little, damn it. That's what we're trying to do, sir, but honestly, it's impossible. Past players were playing 82 games in Chuck Taylors! On a dentist's salary! Why would they try in a game that doesn't matter? Well, for the same reason your boss tells you to smile and tell customers to have a nice day after you serve them.
Grunt work? Yes, grunt work. Because that's your job.
So excuse me for expecting players who make more money than 99% of the whole of humanity in human history to care about an inconsequential game. The salaries keep going up, but the amount of work continues to decline. Meanwhile, us normal civilians get paid less to do more work. We simply don't get paid enough for our valiant efforts, even when we do put our best foot forward. NBA players, however, do, even when they don't.
Fans want to see the best pickup game in the world. Like, that's what this is. They don't want to see you running up and down and dunking and doing all this crazy. Like, they want to see what happens when you get this collection of best basketball players on the planet and they play and they go head up against each other. Man.
About 45 minutes of cardio and social distancing. Unless it's the three-point competition, which is now the main event of All-Star Weekend. And that dunk contest, no, botch contest, that hasn't been worth watching in years. But Mac McClung saved the dunk contest. One person dunking against himself does not a dunk contest make. I mean, just look at his competition.
Who are these niggas?
Mac might make me decide to dunk. Unless it's a Mac 11, I don't see you pulling the trigger. And the only skill being tested in the skills challenge is the audience's urge not to sign up for jury duty. Or play Scrabble if you're Stephen Naismith. And the only thing that could salvage the entire weekend would be if NBA players did a 1v1 or 3v3 event, but that would mean a player might get clowned by terminally online gargoyles, and that's a fate worse than death. Same as before, players are still... So the ADstar game is as boo-boo as it's ever been. The background dancers, mascots, and G-Leaguers put forth more effort into what they're doing. You're better off watching a celebrity game.
It is my absolute privilege to announce the 2026 NBA All-Star Game will be held here in Inglewood at this brand new Intuit Dome.
You're gonna have to pay them more money to get into it.
Ha
That's all I have to say about that.
Mike Conley. Oh, Edwards called for a technical foul.
No flex, zone. They know better.
Fucking terrible. Yeah, all of them. I said one thing to the ref, he gave me a text. They were sensitive and they terrible. Everybody keeps saying play through it. It's easy to say that when you're not dealing with it.
I think they're throwing Jokic out of the game.
Ejected in the second quarter. For what? Maybe the ref didn't like his shooting for him.
I mean, give him a technical if you don't like what he's saying, but don't throw him out of the game.
I'm the police. I run shit here.
This is why not a week goes by that you don't hear crowds chanting, "Referees suck! Referees suck!" These acolytes of Satan can't ref or read.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know who the hell he thought he was. I'm the main character here.
Some people don't know their role.
I'll tell you this, these fans did not come here to see Curtis Blair, Trey Maddox, or Andy Nagy, whoever they are.
Cola, can you explain what happened there to get ejected?
I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just happy that we didn't play in Serbia this game. It's going to be really fun to see how it will be ended.
The sheer fact that we even know these refs' names is an indicator of how bad they are at their job. There's Brothers in Foster and Flores and Marsha and Schwarter. For breakfast, I ate a banana. Richardson, Washington, Mitchell, and Scott. I think Williams looks like he's from Atlanta.
Damn!
Broke the internet.
I'm just getting started.
NBA refs are the worst of any sport, even worse than NFL referees. You may not agree, but I've never seen an NFL ref eject a player for staring at them. And this is old, as you can see by this ashy footage. This video needs some lotion. This ejection was considered an anomaly, yet this type of thing happens nearly every other week nowadays. 7 seconds left in the game, I feel like ejecting somebody. You get out of here.
Eject 50 players to unlock Diamond Whistle camo.
Confirmed. It's always interesting to come watch an NBA basketball game to watch the players, and then it has nothing to do whatsoever with the players. 3 of the quietest guys on the Pelicans team just got thrown out.
They also tech you for showing emotion. This is what they consider taunting. We teching for facial expressions now? strip the very soul from the game. If this moment had happened right now, Shaq would have been teed up. Even goofing off gets you a tech. Are we in grade school? Even casually talking to them gets you a tech. What could he have possibly had said right here to get teed up? Your name is Tony Brothers. You should change it to Tony Sisters. I see you're frustrated with yourself, Tatum, but you should be more frustrated with this tech. Kobe! Hey son, that pass you gave me had too much kinetic energy in it. You better pass it to me like you love me. Meanwhile...
And a basket by East.
Podziemski is out there talking about it. The officials will confess. I think he was the kick in the head. Come here. I do not understand it on Draymond.
Well, there's a T, and oh, there's a T, and there's a T, and oh, there's a T.
El Burro did that for multiple playoff series and didn't get ejected. Bro just wanted to hate on Draymond again.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair!
And these terrorists are anything but. Look at them consult a great whistle in the sky on what to do. Since you want to act like a gang, I will treat you like one. Whistles with attitude. National Basketball Association is my bitch for real. Anyone can get this whistle even if they're sitting still. Run up on me talking crazy, TOS up for the thrill. Adam Silver in my DMs, we got this shit rigged for real. Look at Peyton Pritchard lighting it up off the bench. He's a three-point dynamo if I've ever seen one.
You wanna see me do it again?
Hell yeah, man. Wow, look at where Megamind shot that from.
You wanna see me do it again?
Keep them coming, man. I could never get tired of this.
6 hours later. You wanna see me do it again?
Stop! Just fucking do something else!
A lot of fucking threes being shot.
Your team shooting 28% from the three-point line throughout the season. That don't mean taking more three.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more!
Curry 19 has poisoned players' minds. When the Rockets missed 27 straight three-pointers in 2018, it was peak fecal matter. Yet for whatever reason, a majority of NBA teams now saw that and said, let's copy off the dumbest kid in class and hope we get an A+. Look no further than the obscenity the Boston Bricks put on in these past playoffs. I want to shoot a three, but Cat isn't letting me. Okay, I'll try for a 2. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Ah, gosh darn it, Celtics and crackers. I'll never shoot another 2 again as long as I live. Help set me up for a 3. When I used to work a normal job, I asked to be scheduled from hours 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's only 3 letters in the alphabet, and I have 3 hairs on my head. Golly gosh darn, I forgot to count to 3 before shooting the 3. Hey guys, know what I'm thinking? It rhymes with E-quarters. 3-pointer! Wow, how'd you know? You guys know me so well. Here, I got this one. Oh, no, I don't have it. But I got it. What I'm about to do hasn't been seen for a whole 3 seconds. Time out, time the hell out. This is unacceptable. Y'all ain't shooting enough 3-pointers. I knew it. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Shooting straight diarrhea of the hands. You zealots need to stop worshiping 3-Elzebub and play the game. All they do is drive, kick out, and shoot a contested 3 with 20 seconds on the shot clock. And these imbeciles wonder why they blow leads, because you don't do anything else than the thing that got you into this hole in the first place. This is what happens when you rely on clanker language to dictate your offense. Analytics, analytics.
What the fuck is that smell?
I mean, does this honestly look smart to you? Does this look like the best course of action? Because 3 is more than 2? Win is more than loss. When my grandmother watches, she asks, well, why are they attempting so many 3s if they aren't going in? Because they're crackheads. There's no other explanation. And while they build houses for pigs, the other team is scoring. Celtics had one quarter where they attempted 20 field goals and 19 of them were 3s. Education has failed you. It's as I said in the original, seeing a home run every single time in baseball would get old fast. The inner workings of the game and the foundation upon which it sits would be lost upon the fans because they never get to see it. And if this wasn't an issue, then Adam Bronze wouldn't address it, but he isn't going to do a damn thing about it.
There's a huge amount of our content that people can essentially consume for free. You know, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. I mean, this is very much a highlights-based sport.
He should be removed from office.
Another reason why cue ball is terrible. You can't play defense properly in his league. His NBA gives the defending player what amounts to a twig, while the offensive player is given an entire loot box of weapons, sidearms, kill streaks, and Brittany Renner's with port and starboard attachment foregrip. As Jaylen Brown is being guarded here, notice that all the contact is being created by him, the offensive player, while the defensive player is malnourished and has been so for 15 years. But while you may not be able to defend in Adam Silver's league, you sure as hell can travel and carry the ball every possession. John Moran is one of the worst offenders. That's a carry, carry, carry. Ugh, carry and a travel. Mariah Carey, Jim Carey, Drew Carey, Kerry Washington. Players are out here walking like the Nicktoons logo, and they're doing it right in front of the ref's mouth.
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
And this happens every single game by some of the league's best players. Yet I have to hear players now are way more skilled than players back in the day. Shut the hell up and go watch Dancing with the Stars, because that's all this is. But Adam Silver says, I can go further, I promise, like Kendrick. Now let's make it so we can't even touch the hand of the offensive player before or after they shoot the ball. Huh? What's that you said? European teams in the playoffs? I'll look into it.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Another one bites the dust.
There is an epidemic of coaches ending up on milk cartons because players can't put the ball through the hoop.
Frank, right at the end of the game, Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted that the Lakers are going to be firing you. What's your reaction to hearing that?
My reaction is I haven't been told, and I'm going to enjoy tonight's game, celebrate what these young guys did in terms of scratching and clawing, getting back in this game, getting a W, and we'll deal with tomorrow.
Some coaches overstay their welcome, but ultimately what they're tasked with is putting plans to paper. It's up to the players to execute said plans. Any other time in reality, if you fail to execute, you must accept culpability, but not in NBA land.
If you're up 3, you gotta guard your man at the 3-point line. There should be no closeout opportunity. We told our guys, can't give up a 3, can't give up a 3, can't give up a 3. And to relax like that at that point in the game was tough.
De'Aaron, what did you see on the final play with the corner 3 from Jaden Ivey there?
It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna make anybody feel better, so.
Your thoughts on the firing of Mike Brown?
Awful. Yeah, awful. Going to the meeting and the coaches said, you hear about Mike Brown? I said, why, what happened? They said he got fired. And at first I was really shocked and surprised. Then I caught myself. I said, why am I shocked and surprised? Because as an NBA head coach, ultimately you're gonna get the blame. When they win, it's gonna go to Sabonis and Fox. When you lose, it's gonna go to Mike Brown. That's the way it works. They had practice this morning. He does his post-game media, and he's in his car going to the airport to fly to LA, and they call him on the phone. No class, no balls.
Guess what, son? You're next.
It was a brutally honest message, and the guys that are full won't hear it. They'll say coach is tripping. They're not going to go back and watch their minutes because nobody watches their minutes. Nobody watches film. So we'll have to show them the film.
They got to force feed film to players in the NBA now. You got to put them in a high chair and put a bib on them. Here comes the film. It's so tasty, isn't it? It's a tasty adjustment. Things that used to keep coaches from getting fired back in the day, like winning a championship or turning the team's culture around, means absolutely nothing anymore. You're just another broken clipboard bound for the coach's graveyard.
Any questions?
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I? I played basketball yesterday.
Yes, so?
It was a back-to-back game.
Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Players are more talented now, yes. More athletic now, yes.
Nope.
I don't ever want to hear such nonsense again out of anyone's mouth, including my own. Please forgive past me, ladies and gentlemen. He was an impressionable lad, a foolish one at that. He can't go left and his shot is broke. Current me finds the very notion of such a statement disturbing, because we have players starting games looking like they were woken up to get groceries out the car. Imagine being paid tens of millions of dollars and yet still you need a rule to force you to show up to work. Now imagine complaining about that rule existing.
Giannis plays 64 games and he doesn't make the All-NBA team.
That would be highly unfortunate. We saw with Wembanyama getting a blood clot last year, he was no longer eligible for Defensive Player of the Year, which he was a shoo-in for. However, this rule is only here because you all have abused the system. Too many fake or exaggerated injuries, too many players showing up late to practice, too many spoiled, insubordinate blockheads, and too much slack is being cut to the wrong players who go out of their way to play dirty yet never get held accountable for it. How are you a part of the all-injury team yet you cause injuries to other players? It's preposterous! And even if you disagree with me, to side 100% with the players is anti-consumer. Because if they had it their way, there wouldn't be a 65-game rule. There wouldn't even be 82 games in a regular season. There would be less games than an NFL season. But they still demand 82 games worth of money.
I tell you, this no-show shit is tough. Deciding what not to wear to work, what not to put in my lunchbox.
You didn't have to do anything.
In other words, Kawhi Leonard got from aspiration a $28 million no-show job.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm honestly so jealous. He's got the dream.
It's not enough. Millions make from doing nothing, but it's not enough. Give me 50 million more and I ain't showing up. Think I'm playing in this bitch, go ahead and call it bluff. Like what? Ouch. Deactivate urban instrumental. My rap circuits have overheated.
Extra, read all about it.
Load management does not and has never worked.
Duh.
Season before last couldn't even begin without an entire roster's worth of players getting injured. Now at the start of the season, we have the population of a small town injured. Though to be technical, most of these are day-to-day. But at this point, day-to-day is essentially an NBA player's base form.
Actually, that's just the way sports works. Delete your channel, what a mid-take.
Alls I'm saying is that if players are supposed to be bigger, stronger, and faster than they ever have been, why are the injuries worse than ever? Especially with loads being managed at a historic rate, and the NBA's answer for this was to rest players more?
Pace is up over the last 15 years. Pace is up a lot over the 90s. A lot, not the 80s, but a lot over the 90s. The space that you have to cover as a player is up.
I can agree with that, but isn't this where modern medicine is supposed to showcase its advantages? That's better than ever too, right? Players back in the day didn't have access to any of this. That's the same tank that Luke Skywalker was in. Look at LeBac the Tank shucking and jiving in there. Better food, better doctors, better baddies. Worse attendance across the board. And when some players do show up, they're averaging all Fs. Hey everybody, let's talk about the good grades other students are getting. This whole time Sleeping Beauty wasn't sleeping, she was load managing. I tried to tell y'all not to play her against the Wizards, but you didn't listen to me. That's an unconstitutional team. Now look at what happened. But you know who suffers the worst from this? The fans, of course. It's always the fans that get the short end of the stick. There needs to be a rule that if you're load managing, the fit that you show up in should be trash. Take them triple shingles off.
But I took care of myself. I was as diligent as any player I was ever around about taking care of my body and making sure I did everything I could so that I was available come game time.
Speaking of taking care of yourself.
Discover the Ozempic Trizone.
Further proof as to how crazy this league is. Nowadays, we congratulate professional athletes with generational wealth for staying in shape. Which is their job! J-O-B. No, I don't mean just pure training, because that's improving upon what you already have. Maxing out your physical and mental stats to augment your game. Why settle for being good when you can be great? And as much as I don't like LeBron, the fact that he's been able to keep himself in the shape that he's been in for 20 plus years, beyond impressive. Some of these other players aren't doing a quarter of what he's doing in the gym, and would rather pack on pounds in the off season and play themselves into shape. That's a lack of discipline, that's a lack of respect for the game, and a complete and utter betrayal of what it means to be a professional basketball player.
Pelicans are fed up and they told Zion he needs to stop eating so much food.
Pelicans have repeatedly stressed to Zion Williamson that his diet and conditioning need to improve, but the former #1 pick doesn't listen.
Take his spoon away. hide his forks, put a lock on the fridge, and don't offer him a max contract.
Tomorrow.
David Griffin, who was the vice president of basketball operations for the Pelicans, told Ryan Russillo this week on his podcast that an extension for Zion Williamson is, quote, an easy decision.
Is that Dort? That's Dort! Luka lost weight, everybody. Oh my God, the league is in trouble. Congratulations shouldn't be in order for something that used to be an unwritten rule. We even have players who gain weight intentionally to force a trade. Harden in action tonight at the Arby's drive-thru.
We have the meat.
So now not only do we congratulate players for even bothering to show up, we as well congratulate them nowadays for not being encumbered. Bro, Zion bro lost weight, bro. Oh, he did?
Golf clap? Golf clap.
And all it took was 7 years, almost $200 million, and a weight clause! Or perhaps they spelled weight wrong. All of that just to do what you're expected to do as an NBA player. So congratulations, Zion. You'll no longer be the cover athlete of Men's Gumbo. Ah! Making your way in the league today takes everything you got. Mamba mentality driving the bus, that's everything you're not. Wouldn't you like a trade today?
Penny X.
Sometimes you wanna go to another team to get a free ring. Gone are the days of thrilling rivalries between two elite teams. Vanished are the gripping storylines that kept you at the edge of your seats. No Ali versus Frazier. No Stone Cold versus The Rock. No more Godzilla versus King Kong. If only we knew how good we had it. Because now if King Kong can't defeat Godzilla, he will simply request a trade to a team that can. And we all know who's responsible. Those whose pronouns are they/them. You brontomatons, please uninstall your Glaze software. Players will get down on one knee and propose with a divorce settlement behind their back and wonder why they can't get a ring.
You know, changing my role, knowing I can give more, knowing I can do more, but if you want to be honest, like being on a leash.
Fans are of course devoted to the team and organization, but the players hold a special place in their hearts because they've seen them grow. They saw them get drafted. They saw the work they put into their game. They got to bear witness to that player's journey and they feel as though they've walked it with them. But now with this pompous player empowerment era, a player will stub their toe on the team's treadmill and request a trade. Lose in a game of rock, paper, scissors, request a trade. They could even make it to the finals, lose, and still request a trade simply because they didn't win. What happened to the experiences and lessons of defeat? What happened to building chemistry with your team and establishing something special? Why bother with any of that noise? It's a mercenary's life for me. Oh, you mean being a whore?
Trick-ass monks, punk bitches and skip-scap skanks and scallywags.
They'll be texting other players playing digital footsies with one another, plotting out booty calls in the off-season, spreading PERs.
He saw us. He saw us tampering.
All this unloyalty is yet another contributor to declining ratings, as well as the presentation of the NBA product. They do an all-around FUBAR job. In these past finals, if not for the audience all wearing the same color and me bothering to follow basketball, period, I wouldn't have known this game held any significance. There was no NBA Finals logo, there was no one to sing the national anthem until Game 7. Oh wait, I forgot there was an NBA Finals logo. Only to find out that logo was a mirage. That was AI.
And it's gone. Sorry, yeah, that's gone.
How the fuck would you show me something if I couldn't have it?
I've seen some of the chatter on social media on Encore decals. People don't realize they went away a decade ago because there were claims that Kendrick knows some of the players were saying they were slippery when we had the decals on the floor. So we're back to adding them virtually.
Targets are up. Take them out.
I really hate that man.
Ratings for the finals were historically embarrassing. So embarrassing even that Bop Island was trending higher than the NBA Finals. Bop Island.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
No mystique, no gravitas, no aura. Why does a mythological game have a better presentation than the NBA Finals? Giannis, I know it's not Halloween yet, but are there any skeletons in your closet I should be aware of?
Well, Snitch, sorry, Malika. My closet is how you say cleaner than M&M's. If it's skeletons you want, talk to Clippers. They should be in museum.
They also give out rings for Summer League. Did I mention that? Non-renewable resources for summer school.
Makes me sick, motherfucker, how far we done fell.
I guess YouTube TV will have to suffice as a logo, which reminds me.
I think the NBA's got a big problem. How are regular fans gonna like, okay, it's Tuesday, especially when they start putting games on.
Where do I go?
Well, like, because, you know, sometimes the game's going to be on Peacock. And, like, it's not going to be on NBC. I think that's a huge dilemma for the NBA.
Guess what? They don't care.
They
got so much money, they're going to wipe their tears with cash.
I think it's a big deal because they just took all the money from all three networks. I don't think they give a about the fans.
As we get more involved in global basketball, the NBA is the only league that plays 48 minutes. And I am a fan of 4 10-minute quarters. I'm not sure that many others are. I mean, putting aside what it means for records and things like that, you know, I think that a 2-hour format for a game is more consistent with sort of modern television habits. I don't think people in arenas aren't asking us to shorten the game, but I think as a television program, being 2 hours, that's Olympic basketball is 2 hours. You know, college basketball, of course, is
but
is
if
40
you
minutes.
like it, I'd say it has kind of a little bit of a push there.
Yeah.
Oh, NBA, how full of suckage you are. Let me count the ways. Whatever the total is, I'll multiply it by how many games I can't watch. Then I'll divide that by how many games I can't attend. Hundreds of dollars to sit next to Jesus. That is the most expensive nosebleed I've ever seen. And the floor seats, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot diamond-studded pole. Average price. There is nothing average about that. Real fans aren't buying these tickets. Richie Rich and Bruce Wayne are. Meanwhile, Mansa Musa's in the luxury suite. And the real passionate fans are being priced out for Kardashians. And all for what? A mismanaged, tone-deaf albatross of a product. Your choices are to either fork up hundreds of dollars a year for NBA League Pass just to not have access to all the games, or if you're feeling dangerous, physically go to an NBA game and run the risk of not seeing the player that you want to see because he could be load managing. He might also be injured, but let's say you win the lottery and he's actually playing basketball. Too bad he just got ejected in the second or third quarter for staring.
And he's gone? No way. No way.
Did he do?
Doesn't say anything, doesn't touch him. It's in, and that's in slow motion. That's a moment in time.
But you know what? I could forgive all of this if not for one thing you started doing.
Very full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else.
Sign up. Good.
Looking for jackpots?
And get your first deposit
Right
matched
this
up
way?
to $1,000. All the sports, all the stars.
Well, hello, beautiful. You must be Ant-Man's side piece. And you are beautiful. Oh, you look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? Look at me. So I placed a parlay on a player. He was a star player, a bus driver. He was slender in frame, a reaper. I was in deep with some YNs. I had enough money to pay them back, but I'd have more after this bet. My pockets could have been fatter than ever with this last bet. I just needed him to drop 50, or his team to win. And you know what? It doesn't happen. All because of one piggy not going to market. Easy money, sniper. No. Easy money, swiper. Little Draymond in you. I like that.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-800-SUCKER. I mean gambler. Tell them we sent you and get a 50% discount on all future bets. DraftKings, the crown is ours. Play responsibly.
Well, hello there. I'm YouTube's Commissioner Dynamo. If you're wondering what it is you just watched, don't ask me, I just work here. You may now be asking yourself, if you have such animosity towards the NBA, why do you continue to watch? Did you see how many people are subbed? Am I gonna drop the channel? Dummy! But the most important thing to do here is to thank all of you that have been subbed and have continued to support the channel, patrons, channel members, without whom I'd be nothing and nowhere. If you're seeing this video right now, that means it's finally done and uploaded, and YouTube decided to finally leave me the hell alone. Just in time for the new NBA season. Will it be better? Will it be worse? I don't know. But I guess I should look on the bright side. Regardless of if it is or not, whether this video does well or tanks.
Tomorrow is another day.